Alrighty, we're back. One of the main things I wanted to be able to do in doing college football 20, full time this college football season is to be able to do emergency episodes. I saw that Coach Prime was having a press conference. I heard a lot of rumors. I heard rumors that, he had created a will, which was true. I heard rumors that he probably won't be coaching this year. And that was the overall sentiment. And I'm not going to lie, I was pissed in hearing it, to be honest with you. He brings so much value to the sport. He brings so much value to the city of Boulder. He brings so much value just in general to the, to the players, to his staffers. Luckily, I was at Big 12 Media Days, and I saw that he was there. He didn't spend much time with Radio Row. Actually, he didn't come over there at all. They brought him in. He held his press conference. He met with Pete Thamel of ESPN, did something there, and then after that, he just, he kept it moving. So I searched. I'm like, yo, what's going on? So I searched. Because, our insiders of CFB Nation, we always find out stuff hot off the press. I'm like, damn, Deion not coaching this year. So I searched it and saw that they was doing a live stream of it. I watched the entire live stream. I'm in the comment section, other people in the comment section, and we all trying to figure out, yo, is he coaching this year or not? So for those of y'all who don't know, I'll give you guys a scoop. So he pretty much had bladder cancer. He said he was just going for a routine checkup for something else and found out he had bladder cancer. And it's funny because I feel like in Deion's messages, we're there just to really figure out if he's coaching this year, how true is the thing about the will. I think once you get a certain age, everybody should have a will, especially, somebody of Deion's stature, the type of money he will be leaving, to his kids and his grandkids, stuff like that. It's just important that he had a will. But I feel like with Deion, he's always teaching. He always giving us some form of a teaching moment. I feel like that's just who Deion Sanders is. He's going to give us a teaching moment. We're going to kind of find out something with it. And one of the biggest messages I got out of that press conference is, we're just going to go get checkups, because he's 100% right. As men, we hate going to the doctor, bro. I can't stand going to the doctor. I will snuff a doctor. 100%. I know at this point, I'm like, Governor, you always ready to snuff somebody. Bro, I will snuff the doctor. I don't rock with the doctor. So it was important enough, for me, that one, that he was open and honest with us, talking about he had to go fishing, and that he had to have like 2 bags while he was fishing, one to be able to urinate and the other one was for blood. And it's crazy that he was this open and transparent. I remember the feeling of when I first clicked on a video, I seen the 2 doctors there, I seen he wasn't really saying anything, so I'm like, yo, what the hell's going on? Because I got in there a little bit late, to be honest with you. And to be honest with you, I thought, I'm like, damn, this is bad. He not even saying nothing. He ain't saying a word. But let me switch to the Governor Reacts thing so I can cut the music so y'all can hear me clearly. Alrighty, so like I said, doing an emergency episode, I just think it's super important that when we get major news like this, I stop what I'm doing, because I was about to go over my parents' house. I'm still going over my parents' house, but I was about to go over there, and I saw this news, and like I said, our CFB Nation chat be active. So they was like, yo, Deion not coaching this year. I'm like, oh. So watching this, I can't tell you the relief I had to hear that he's actually coaching. So for everybody watching right now, y'all trying to figure out if he's coaching. Deion is indeed coaching this year. He intends on coaching. He's 100% cancer free. And I don't know, it's just such elating news to hear. Such really good news to hear. I know in the spirit of college football, in the spirit of, we live in a world where people, kind of make up their own minds about how they feel about people. And I'm not stupid. I know that a lot of people don't like Coach Prime. They think, he might be bad for the sport, or he's too brash. And I remember hearing during the NFL draft, Shador needs to be more humble. And I hear people saying, he's a problem. He got 2 speeding tickets and he a problem. Yo, y'all miss me with that, bro, for real. But anyway, it's just refreshing to hear that he'll be coaching this year. Because like I said, I was worried because I didn't know if he was just like a damn good actor. Because he convinced me during, media days that he was just fine. But to hear back in May, he did a will. The fact that he went through bladder cancer, the fact that he beat it, the fact that, the doctor was saying she don't even use the word cure a lot, as it pertained to cancer because of how bad it is. But I'm just happy that he'll be coaching this year. I'm 100% happy he's cancer free. But also, I think there were some messages in there and what he was saying, like, you know, him giving the glory to his God, him giving the glory to his faith, and him saying, I choose life. I wasn't facing death, I was facing life. That just give you the type of mind that he got and the type of person that he is, man. It truly do speak volumes to who Coach Prime is. And you know what's sad? I probably shouldn't say this, but I don't even know how to be honest. What's sad is I truly believe that there were some people that were going to be elated to hear that he wasn't coaching this year. I think some people's disdain and hate for not only Deion Sanders but also his kids are so strong that they probably would have been happy to hear that he wouldn't be coaching this year. And some of you probably listening to this and probably feel a way about it. If you feel a way about it, I'm probably speaking about you, bro. It is what it is. He's coaching this year. I know y'all mad. I know y'all upset, but it is what it is. But that I'm not talking to everybody when I say that. I'm talking to like literally like not many people. The masses is happy that he's coaching this year, but it's a couple people that probably wanted to hear that he wasn't coaching this year. If I'm being honest, if you feel a way about that, you feel a way about it, and I truly don't care. But the way he spoke about Junior, his son Deion Sanders Jr., was incredible. He was actually at Big 12 Media Days with them. Bucky, Will All Sports, if you don't know, he was at Big 12 Media Days with him. I was able to dap him up. Like I said, nobody was getting close to Coach Prime, but Bucky was right there. I was able to dap him up. But him, you know, describing Bucky as an angel, said Bucky didn't leave him at all. So he was like really the only one who knew about it the entire time. He was like, Shiloh was picking up on it. He said he like FaceTime. He's like, yo, what's wrong with you? Like, it's crazy how like people can just pick up on your energy, and Shiloh probably peeped that something was off with his dad's energy, and that's crazy. He was able to pick up on that. Like I said, this is gonna be a quick episode, just figuring out what's going on with Deion. I'm just super happy, super elated to hear that he'll be coaching this year, and it's crazy. I think the overall message was, make sure you go get checked, because like he said, he didn't even have any symptoms. It just happened to be by the grace of God that man was going to go get something else looked at, and they figured out that he had bladder cancer. So I think he was making jokes the entire time. He was still ranking his kids, talking about possibly having a porta potty on the sidelines. But he's coaching this year. I'm happy to hear that he's coaching this year. And I, like I said, I truly wish him the best. Glad he beat cancer. Cancer sucked, man. Cancer is taking our lives. There's so many. We all can name, quite a few people in our families that, have lost the battle with cancer. So I'm happy Coach Prime was able to beat it. I'm happy he'll be coaching in 2025. And I'm interested to see, sometimes moments like these can bring your team together. When we're looking at this from a college football element, it could really bring your team together. These coaches show so much fight, man. We know Hugh Freeze was dealing with cancer, and I think he may still be dealing with cancer. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't seen any updates or recent updates about it. But Coach Prime is coaching this year. For everybody who's just joining, he's cancer free. I'm happy to hear that. Let me go through my notes, see if there's anything else I missed. He did have bladder cancer. He is cured. Bucky was there with him the entire way. He thanked the lead doctor on it. Said he probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. Like I said, this morning when I heard that, he's making this health announcement, I don't know. I always think worse when I hear stuff like that. I'm thinking, he's going to have to retire, like it's bad. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, he looked fine when I seen him at Big 12 Media Day. So I'm glad he's coaching this year. This is just an emergency episode. I think it's important to know that, this is something I plan on doing a lot. This is completely unscripted. I had no thoughts of even going live again other than overreaction, which I have to do tonight. But when I heard this Coach Prime news, I saw they was doing a press conference. I caught what time they were doing a press conference. Of course, I watched the duration of the press conference. He's coaching this year. He's cancer free. Shout out to Colorado, man. Governor of college football. We're going to recap ACC.
Hey, that's
Two
CJ
great
on
defensive
the
minds.
track.
They have to be better on that side of the ball.